Hey guys. I had something pop into my head. The Ten Commandments, and I'm not sure why that popped into my head. I have blogged about this before. You are welcome to head over to my blog. There is actually a link on my channel. So head to my channel, click the link on the right side. You can do that. Let's see. The Ten Commandments. This is in Exodus 20, 3 through 17. I'm going to go through them one at a time, kind of explain each one. The first one, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Gods with a small g, because gods can come in any form. What do we worship? We can worship TV. We can let that come before our relationship with God. We can worship family. We can worship our job. We can worship, let's see, what else can we put before God? Our phone, social media. We can worship fitness, physical fitness. We can let his temple come before actually worshiping the Creator, him. There's all kinds of different things we can worship. If you come up with something, put it in the comment box below, because there are a million things that we can make into gods that we worship before we worship our Creator. Thou shalt not make unto thee, don't make for yourself any graven image or a likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or is in the earth below, or that is in the water under the earth. So we are not supposed to use any type of material to make an idol of something else to worship. That's one reason the ancients made things, solid items to worship, is because if we are a very visual society and we have a hard time believing something we cannot see, that is actually an argument against Christianity. But just because we can't see something doesn't mean it's not there, and doesn't mean it's not a real thing. Like, for instance, this wind. I can't see the wind. I can see the cause of the wind. I can see the trees blowing. I can feel my hair blowing, so I have to tie it back. But just because you cannot see something does not mean it's not there. Again, we come to, don't make for yourself an idol that's not God. God is not an idol. God is not a physical thing to worship. God is a spiritual connection, a relationship with the person, the entity that made us, that has always been and always will be. And that's mind-blowing for us. We can't wrap our minds around the fact that God has always been around. He doesn't have a beginning. He didn't come from anywhere. He exists. He has his own existence, and that's okay that we can't understand it, because there are going to be a lot of things we are not going to be able to understand with our human minds. That's just a fact. So either way, do not make an image, a physical image, to worship, because that is not God. God is not in that physical thing. Do not take the name of the Lord God in vain. Stop saying, oh my God, or dear God, or anything like that, because you're not actually talking about God. You're using his name in vain. And in vain means you're using it with no reason, no meaning, there's no point in saying his name in those contexts. None at all. Like, Jesus Christ, I can't stand it when people say that, because you're saying his name as that's not an expletive, but it's not respectful either. So don't say his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Now, Sabbath means your day of rest. During creation, the Sabbath was on the seventh day, and days and times back then were not the same as our calendar now. So there has been conversation about whether the Sabbath is Saturday and if the Sabbath is Sunday. I don't think that honestly matters, as long as we are connecting and keeping that day of the week holy. For me, in my faith as a Christian, Sunday is the day I go gather with other believers to talk about and worship God. That's when my church service meets. I say it as a church service because I am the church. Every Christian is the church. But when I gather with others, we have a service and we do it together. Number 5, honor your father and mother, that you may live long in the land which God gives you. The more we respect our parents, respect our elders, respect our father figures and mother figures. I don't know if you have felt this, but when you have joy and happiness and fulfillment and peace, stress is less. And so, going off of that, when you respect other people, especially the people that birthed us and raised us and showed us how to be people, showed us how to have beliefs, showed us how to live and be responsible, we respect those people. So the more we do that, the less stress we are having and the longer our body physically lives, because stress literally is a killer. So I think of it that way, as when you honor someone, when you respect them, when you bring joy and peace and hope into that relationship, you're not dragging your body down to the grave sooner. And it's fostering those relationships. So the mother, father, aunt, grandma, whoever raised you is also benefiting from that relationship. So they live longer because they feel that as well. It's not just about you. You shall not kill. Pretty cut and dry. Don't kill. This isn't about animals. This is about human beings, because people were created in the image of God. I am created in the image of God. God has many, many, many ways to be visible. Humans were created in his image. So that's why we're not supposed to kill people, because we are set apart from the rest of creation. We are supposed to carry his face and his name and his countenance and we're supposed to carry him into the world. You shall not commit adultery. When you are married, when you are with somebody, when you have a significant other, when you look at someone you are not with, when you think about someone you are not with in a certain sexual way, committing adultery is not just a physical act. Committing adultery happens in the heart, because if you're already thinking those thoughts, if you're already having stirrings of feelings towards another person that you are not with, that's already adultery. So, shielding your eyes, keeping yourself out of situations and places and areas that you know will make you stumble. You shall not steal. That's also a pretty easy one. Don't take things that don't belong to you. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You're not supposed to lie. Hello. I don't understand. Okay, one thing that irritates me, this is actually a pet peeve of mine, is white lies or lies that are jokes. It's still a lie, okay? It is still a freaking lie. I am so sick and tired of people saying, oh, it was just a joke. No, you straight up told me something that wasn't true. Don't lie. Don't bear false witness. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. Actually, this is very specific. Not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his oxen, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Now, ass is not used as a butt here. It's not a booty. It's because they're farmers. Do not covet the animals that they had. So I guess in our day and age, we don't have as much farm stuff as they did, because that's like the only way they got food was to farm. But like maybe someone has backyard chickens and you want backyard chickens. Don't covet their backyard chickens. Ask them how they got them. Let their information be a well of information that you can glean from. Don't try to take their stuff, which leads into stealing. Wife or manservant, anyone that helps work around the house. In our day and age, that would be like maybe if somebody has a cleaner, someone that comes in and cleans their house. Don't covet them for that. Say, hey, I think it's great that you can do that. You can afford that. That's great. For one, you're giving somebody else a job. For two, you're getting your house cleaned because you may not have the time, or maybe someone is sick, so you gotta keep the slack up somehow. Or maybe you can't touch the cleaning supplies. Maybe their skin has an allergy, so they can't clean, so they hire someone. Or anything that is your neighbor's. How about, oh my gosh, my neighbor has this vehicle. I know that sounds ridiculous, but this is a real thing, guys. I'm not coveting it. I don't want it, but it's a vehicle that is just, it's actually like a vehicle, like a car. It's something that I've always thought were like super, super cool. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we moved in here. It's like, oh, they have one of those. I look at it sometimes and it's like, it's so neat. You own one of these. I geek out about it. I'm not coveting it. I don't want it. I'm not going to go over there and steal it. Heck, it doesn't even work. But still, that could be a very easy trap to fall into. I'm sitting on a wooden swing out here. Somebody else comes and visits, they're like, ooh, that's a nice swing. Dang, I want a swing like that. I really want that swing. That's starting right there. There it is. We're a tech family. My husband is in tech. He works in tech. There's a squirrel in the field. But someone, like even one of, like if one of the kids' friends comes over and they're like, oh, you guys all have iPads? Well, yes we do. 1, they were gifts. 2, no, they're not cheap. 3, yeah, it's something that we use to communicate, like constantly. So that was a good purchase, and somebody might think of that as like, wow, you must be rolling in the dough, or ooh, can I get one of those, or I really want that, or Apple just came out with a new phone. It's a purple phone. I could very easily be like, oh shoot, my phone's not good anymore. My phone's old. I could start telling myself lies about the thing that I have, the blessing that I have, whereas this phone is perfect. I love the phone that I have. But I could start telling myself things like, the phone that I have really isn't as great as the new one, and I really want the new one because it's purple and it's brand new. I don't need to covet the new phone. I don't need to spend money on the new phone. What I have works just fine for me. So, the 10 Commandments. Exodus 20, 3 through 17. I think I read the KJV version because mine is thou shalt not. But you can look it up. There's you shall have no other gods before me. You shall not. There are some that are broken down really simple for kids. Like if you want to talk to the kids about what's right and wrong, what God says that these are the laws that you should live by. There are printouts. So I found mine through Pinterest love Pinterest. But anyway, yeah, I'm done.